Hello fellas, Nathan here again, CVM. So we are going to do another interview. This one is with Graham Kendrick. Now, some of you will know who Graham Kendrick is, probably quite a few of you. Has been leading worship for a long time, and Graham helps us out at the gathering. Comes to events and stuff like that and leads worship for us at the gathering. So very cool to get an interview of him. So that's what we're going to be doing. Triathlon training. Let's talk triathlon, because we haven't talked triathlon for a little while in these videos. My training has started again. As I say, I'm in March now. My triathlon is end of July, which now does feel quite close. Before it's been like, yeah, it's July, I've got loads of time, but now it's actually feeling quite close, and I'm getting a little bit panicky about it. I'm kind of thinking the swim I'm going to be able to do. That's just over a mile. I don't know what that is in my pool. It's about 60 lengths of the pool at the gym. The run, then the cycle. The cycle is about 56 miles, something like that. Again, the cycle I feel like I can do. Whether my time's going to be quick, at this point I don't think it is. But the cycle I'm okay with, the swim I can get round. The issue for me is the run. I've never been a naturally good runner. I don't know if is such a thing, but I always feel quite uncomfortable. My run style feels awkward. I've tried trainers, I've tried, not obviously I wear trainers to run, but I've tried different types of trainer, like the barefoot technique, low bit of sole on those, or bigger heel strike type trainers. I've tried a whole range. What I'm saying is I don't feel like I'm naturally a good runner, yeah, so my run's going to be the issue. But anyway, so I'm back, I'm running, I'm trying to train, trying to do something each morning. I find that's the best time for me. Get up, have a time with God, bit of quiet before my day kicks in, and then I get myself down to the gym, wake the kids up, breakfast the kids, and then hit the gym. In the gym by about 7:45 normally. I've got to get on the bike though. I do have to cycle. My bike needs a service. It's been a while since I've ridden that, so that's all got to happen. Let's go third gear, let's give it some. We're in a 60. I do like to overtake on this outside edge here. It is a dual carriageway. Lovely. So yeah, good to see ice cream vans coming back out. Come on, you know what that means. It's getting close to summer. Ice cream! Although I'm not actually a big ice cream man, to be honest with you. Some of our staff are. I think of Stevie Maguire in Scotland. He loves ice cream. You give that bloke an ice cream, he'll be your friend forever. I'm not big on the ice creams. I find they do make my teeth hurt a little bit, Maybe you have that. Bit sensitive, the old teeth. But there you go. Fellas, here we are. I've got Graham Kendrick with me. We're just going for a little walk and I've got the camera on my head. Graham, how did you become a Christian?
It was through my mother when I was a child. She told us a story, bedtime story. Yeah. And it explained, the gospel and sins forgiven and so on. Yeah. And I must have been only about 5 or 6 years old.
Really?
I remember when she finished the book, she closed the book and she said, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" Yeah. And so I went to another corner of the room and knelt down and prayed. Yeah. And something just exploded in my heart. Which I wasn't expecting. Yeah. And I don't think I even said anything about it at the time, because when you're at that age, you don't have the words for it. Yeah. But I can still think myself back to that moment. So that was a really important beginning. Yeah. But of course, as you get older, you discover as a kid, other people don't believe this. And you get the usual mockery and stuff, and you have to learn to defend your faith. Yeah. So that was really good for me. I went to a big boys' comprehensive school in London, and the only other Christian I knew was like my brother.
Right.
You know, there must have been some others, but I didn't know them. So, but that was really good for me because I had to sort of stand up and be counted and learn how to answer their questions.
Cool. So you've obviously been doing what you've been doing for a long time. What's been one of the highs? What have been one of the moments where you look back and say that was fantastic? I love doing that.
Well, I suppose I look at many, but there was a whole season back in the sort of late 80s, early 90s when we did this thing called March for Jesus.
Yeah.
I was right in the middle of that, and it was, how do we get the church on the streets? You know, I was a worship leader enjoying this whole new wave of worship, but I was thinking, we're stuck behind the walls. No one knows this is going on. And so lots of things combined together, and I got together with other people, and we started to say, come on, let's get on the streets, and having no idea how big this will get. You know, we started off in the middle of Soho, actually, you know, just with a small number of people. One thing led to another, and then it became national. You know, we had this march through London. 55,000 people past the House of Parliament, and then it went, you know, European-wide, then it went global, and so that was an amazing time when you see the church becoming visible, getting out there and doing stuff. Yeah,
no, that's powerful. All right, so how about a time when it went wrong? You know, like these bloopers, these moments where it just went wrong. Like, what would be one that you remember? Can you pick one?
Well, no, I mean, little accidents happen, don't they? Guitar straps break, or microphone stands start to droop. You know, you've got this, and you're playing, and I used to perform a lot of songs, you know, and you suddenly find yourself going, "What is this? Is this going to stop coming?"
Getting lower and lower.
And and then of course the guitar falls off your shoulder and bangs on the floor. Things like that.
Okay, so nothing major. That's encouraging.
Well, I avoided telling you about the really.
Oh, okay. They are there. All right. Now let's finish on your favourite Bible verse.
Favourite Bible verse?
Yeah. What would be your go-to verse?
My goodness me.
Sum you up.
Well, the one I probably use the most is, if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. I learned that when I was a kid, and I've used it a lot.
Kept it through life. Graham, thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.